Welcome to this breakout session entitled Certification, You Can Do It. Here's How, as part of Atlassian Summit 2020. My name is Joanna Thurman, and I'm a Principal Certification Developer here at Atlassian. Here is what you can expect to learn from this presentation. If you're not sold on certification programs yet, we hope this presentation helps you appreciate the value of being certified for both employers and employees. Specifically, we want you to get a good grasp of the Atlassian Certification program and the process of getting certified. We'll share some tips and best practices for exam preparation. We'll demonstrate how you can take advantage of resources available on the Atlassian University website, the learning paths, skill builders, webinars, etc., as well as Atlassian community. At the end, we'll also go through some sample questions. Ultimately, we hope all of this instills in you the confidence to take the exam and become Atlassian certified. Let's begin with a quick review. Why are certifications important at all, and what credentials does Atlassian offer? Atlassian skills are in high demand in the job marketplace. The path to Atlassian certification is designed to help you deepen and expand your Atlassian skills and prepare you to take on your next challenge. Getting yourself certified is the best way to propel and future-proof your career. For starters, soon you'll be able to flaunt your credentials on our Atlassian community space, where other customers and partners connect and collaborate. Your credentials will set you apart from your peers and give your answers and articles more clout and credibility. You can also showcase your certifications on job sites like LinkedIn. By preparing and passing the exam, you'll also boost your skill set, not only to make your current job easier, but to open up future opportunities. Bottom line, you'll learn new ways to help your teams do their best work, now and in the future. It's a win-win-win all around. But don't just take our word for it. Here's a great statistic from the Computing Technology Industry Association, a leading voice and advocate for the global information technology ecosystem. Based on a study that they did a few years ago of 400 companies, 91% of employers believe that IT certifications play a key role in the hiring process, and that IT certifications are a reliable predictor of a successful employee. That's astounding. Let's take a look at some of the reasons for this trend, as sourced from their site. 5 reasons why employers look for IT certifications. Here are some of the reasons for this. The first consideration is recruiting. Certifications help employers fill open positions. But finding the right professional to fill job openings is a major challenge. Certifications make it easier to help find the right pro. By including certifications as a requirement in job listings, companies reduce the number of unqualified resumes that they receive. Certifications help prove to the employer that you have the willingness to work hard and to meet a goal. They make a great first impression. Additionally, the majority of HR professionals who are reviewing resumes have a certification in their own field. That means that they see certification as an important credential. And since many recruiters say that they value certifications, this type of credential will really stand out to your future employer. Experience has shown that employees hired with certifications work smarter and stay at their position longer. Certifications ensure your credibility. They testify that you have the baseline set of knowledge and skills needed to get the job done. Many employers use certifications to confirm that you have the subject matter expertise. To boot, certified individuals receive higher starting salaries than those without. Certifications predict performance on the job. Certified employees reach job proficiency quicker and perform at a higher level. Employers agree that they're more confident, knowledgeable, reliable, and efficient. And finally, there's validation. Taking training alone is not enough. Certification is a good validation of knowledge learned and skills gained, and the ability to retain that knowledge for a longer period of time. In March 2019, in a certification survey done by Atlassian, They asked certified customers about the ways that getting certified has advanced their skills and professional development. Here are the results. 78% said it enhanced their career opportunities. 86% agreed it boosted their ability to help their teams do their best work. 90% said it increased their credibility with their managers and peers. And also, 90% said that it expanded their understanding of Atlassian tools. Finally, 96% said that it increased their confidence in their abilities using or administering Atlassian products. So bottom line, certifications are valuable tools for everyone in the Atlassian ecosystem. And that's where Atlassian University steps in. We have courses to help you learn and certifications to validate your learning. By now, you're hopefully thinking, okay, I'm sold, but I have questions. Like Jane, she's used Jira since the 18th century. You know, when she walked to school uphill in the snow both ways. She still has some fear and uncertainties about being ready to take the exam. On the other hand, Jesse is a self-proclaimed Jira Jedi and Confluence Commander-in-Chief. He wants to get certified in the administration of both products, like yesterday. And meanwhile, Talon is just wondering, where's the best place to start? Either way, you start with the Atlassian University site on the certifications page. The certifications page on the Atlassian University website has all the information you need. We will refer you back to this page throughout the session. This is also where you go to log in to the certification portal to take your certification exam. Certifications aren't the only credentials you can earn from Atlassian to prove your skills. We offer 3 types of credential. The first type of Atlassian University credential is a skills badge. To earn a skills badge, take the free on-demand Skill Builder training course, and then sign on to the certification portal to pass the online quiz at the time of your choosing, anytime after you've taken the course. The Skill Builder courses are designed to optimize your time. You can take a Skill Builder course in around an hour. One of our product experts will take you on a deep dive into a discrete topic, such as scaling Jira or customizing workflows. We'll review key processes and configurations, highlight best practices, and walk you through configuration and troubleshooting strategies. We have 9 Skill Builder courses and Skill Badge credentials currently, and more will be released later in 2020. Skills Badge quizzes cost $20. They're an hour long. The passing score is based on the number of correct questions, between 14 and 20 out of a total of 20 to 30 questions. The second type of credential is a Pro Skills Badge. Pro Skills Badges are based on what you'll learn in an optional Atlassian University training course. Pro Skills Badges and their related courses cover broad topics such as Jira reporting and dashboards or the essentials of using Jira with an agile mindset. If you have this skill set already, based on your experience, you may not need to take the training course. You can go straight to the exam. You'd sign on to the certification portal to schedule an online proctored exam that you take from your home or office. Atlassian currently has 2 Pro Skills Badges, Advanced Jira Workflows and Jira Reporting and Dashboards. Jira Essentials with an Agile Mindset is in development right now and will be released soon. The online proctored exams are 2 hours long and cost $35. The required passing score is between 60 to 75%, and you'll see anywhere between 45 and 75 questions. The third and most challenging type of credential, and the highest level, is an Atlassian certification. Certifications are based on mastery of the skills of a job role, such as Jira Administrator or Confluence Administrator. The 5 professional-level certifications require candidates to pass a challenging proctored exam to become Atlassian certified. Careful preparation for all certification exams is recommended, even for experienced administrators. Here are the 6 Atlassian certifications. all based on specific job roles. The first 5 certifications are the professional level certifications. They are targeted toward those with at least 1 year of experience. The exam price for each is $250. The 6th certification, Project Administration in Jira Server, costs $100 for a course plus exam bundle. While 6 months of experience with Jira is recommended, the bundled course is designed to teach you everything you need to know to pass the exam. Certification exams are 3 hours long, and the number of questions is usually between 60 and 80. The required passing score varies from exam and may range from 60 to 75%. Let's do a quick recap. You can earn skills badges and pro skills badges first, before getting certified, or even if you have no current plan to get certified at all. Earning and sharing Atlassian badges validates your learning and helps you showcase your skills. If you go on to get certified, then each additional skills badge or pro skills badge you earned afterward will extend your related certifications for 2 years. Job roles are related to certifications, and pro skills badges and skills badges are related to 1 or more certifications. For example, those in the role of Jira administrators can get certified as an Atlassian Certified Jira Administrator. This certification has 1 related pro skills badge, Advanced Jira Workflows, and it currently has 6 related skills badges that are based on the free Skill Builder courses. All the certifications have at least a few badge choices, and Atlassian will continue to add more badge options over time. Let's take a moment to cover an important point about maintaining your certifications once you've earned them. Your certification is initially valid for 2 years. Each new related badge will extend your certification for 2 years from the badge completion date. So to keep your certification active, simply earn a new badge at least every 2 years. For this reason, you may not want to earn every badge that's available to you right now. Atlassian will release new badges every year, but you will still need to pay attention and time your badges carefully so you can keep extending your certification. And remember, you can take advantage of the free Skill Builder training courses anytime you like, as often as you like, and then choose exactly when to pass the related online quiz to earn your skills badge to maximize your benefit. Your experience level is likely to determine your best approach for making the optimal use of Atlassian University training resources. One is a bottom-up approach. Learn first, then plan for certification down the road. If you're just starting out or you have less experience, this bottom-up approach will get you started learning the new skills of a job role by following Atlassian University's learning paths. Let's take a look. For example, let's look at the Atlassian University learning path for new Jira administrators. We'll explore how to get the training you need to master the job role and then follow that path to certification. First, you'd start with the courses that cover foundational skills of Jira administration. Here, this includes Jira Administration Part 1, Jira Administration Part 2, and Getting More from Jira Workflows. While you're taking these courses, you will likely find areas where you feel weak and then need additional study. After you've mastered the fundamentals and put them to practice, you can learn new skills at your own pace by taking courses on advanced or specialized topics. Ongoing learning courses in our Skill Builder library are free. Along the way, as you learn, you can start to accumulate Atlassian Skills Badges and Atlassian Pro Skills Badges to gain recognition for your learning even before becoming certified. After at least a year of hands-on experience, you may be ready to start designing your study plan for your Jira Administration Certification exam. Take advantage of Atlassian's Jira Administration Certification Prep course, which gives you a full year of access. Once you feel well prepared, sign up for the exam. Another approach is top-down. If you already have the recommended experience in your role and you think you're ready to prepare for your first certification exam, like Jesse, then go for it and get certified. You'll make use of Atlassian Certification prep courses and free skill builder courses to refresh your skills and fill any knowledge gaps as you prepare. We'll walk you through the steps. So let's get back to the heart of the matter. How do you go from where you are now to being Atlassian certified? After all this, understandably, you might have fears and concerns. You might not know what to study. You might not know what you don't know, and you might not know where to start. We're here to help you overcome the fear and get underway feeling confident about how to go forward. Let's see how you can go from 0 to certified in 6 steps, from where you are now to being Atlassian certified. In step 1, you should identify the right certification for your role and experience. When you visit Atlassian.com/certification, you'll see detailed descriptions of all of the certifications, their target audiences, and guidelines to help you gauge whether you're ready. First, we'll take a look at Atlassian's most popular certification, Project Administration in Jira Server, designed for all Jira project administrators and all Jira super users. Certified Jira project administrators know how to configure projects and boards, customize workflows, and manage project permissions in their organization's Jira Server or data center instance. This skill set is indispensable for people in various job roles. Of course, project administrators and Jira administrators need to know it inside and out, but also power users, project leaders, and Scrum Masters may want to have this knowledge to support their teams. So Atlassian recommends this certification, Atlassian Certified in Jira Project Administration, ACJPA, as the best starting point for new or intermediate Jira administrators who plan to go on and get their Jira administration certificate later, because it provides a solid foundation for all of the project-related configuration skills. Very experienced Jira administrators who are seasoned already and taking care of all the aspects of administering the Jira Server application can instead start with the Atlassian Certified Jira Administration Certification and take the challenging exam, otherwise affectionately known as ACP 100. We will see that a bit later. The ACJPA certification is a little different than the 5 professional level certifications. It's designed as a course plus exam bundle to get you up to speed and certified quickly for only $100. You have 60 days to train and test. The course covers everything you need to know for the exam, which is proctored online, so you can take it from your home or office. It's a 3-hour exam. Atlassian recommends at least 6 months of prior exposure to Jira. But even if you're a total newbie, this certification is not out of reach, if you're ready to invest some extra time getting hands-on practice. And for everyone, starting with Atlassian University's Jira Essentials or Jira Essentials with Agile Mindset courses can help you feel confident that you have all of the Jira user basics before you move on to project administration. In step 2, you'll start your preparation with the training course. Make sure to invest time in the resources included with the course. Nathaniel, a recently ACP 600 certified professional, says, "I first watched all the lectures and completed all the labs, then went back and read the transcripts for the same lectures and labs prior to taking the exam. I found the transcripts were a great way to contextualize different scenario-based questions." The transcripts are available and downloadable from the Project Administration in Jira Server course preparation material. Take this tip from Nathaniel and do the same. Continuing with Step 2, you'll need to take time to gather information and assess your current skill level and preparedness. You might want to do this both before and after taking the course. The exam page for ACP 600 on the Atlassian Certification website lists all of the key information, such as exam time, passing score, and number of questions. Review these exam details carefully and download the Exam Topics Guide. The Exam Topics PDF will help you assess how much you already know and identify the areas where you need further preparation. Take a look at the exam topic areas for the Project Administration and Jira Server exam, the ACP 600. This includes roles, permissions, and issue level security, project configuration, issue types, workflows, fields, screens, and notifications, reports, dashboards, and JQL, and finally, global configuration. Each of these topic areas has further subtopics, so you can assess how confident you feel about these topic areas after taking the course. Do you have experience with each of them already, or were they new to you? Which areas do you know you need further hands-on practice with? Keep in mind that on the actual exam, you won't see the topic that a question is related to. And also, many questions span across multiple topics, so you really need to know all of them. This is an opportune time to introduce you to what will be expected of you on all of the Atlassian certification exams. Exam questions can generally be classified into 3 cognitive levels. Cognitive level means how hard your brain is working to answer a question. It's different than how long a task takes or how many steps it takes to execute it. Let's say we were testing your knowledge of geometry. At the lowest cognitive level, called Remember, we would just test if you know a certain piece of knowledge. For example, what is pi and its value? At the next level, Understand and Apply, we would test if you can find the circumference of a circle, given its diameter. This, of course, requires the previous knowledge, the value of pi. At the highest level, you'd be reading a scenario, analyzing and evaluating it. For example, UFOs land in the omega crop circle configuration that is shown. Then a bunch more information would be given to you about that scenario. And then you have to figure out how many tanks of fuel are needed to mow the crop circle. This requires the knowledge of pi, the ability to apply that knowledge to calculate the circumference of a circle, and finally, the analysis skills to put all of that together to solve a complex problem. So make sure you are well prepared to answer questions at every cognitive level. Most questions on the certification exams operate at the 2 higher levels. We ask you to apply your understanding of the product to specific business requirements, sort out problems, or analyze novel situations and evaluate potential solutions. So when you're reviewing the exam topics and assessing your readiness, ask yourself if you're prepared to take what you have learned in the course and apply it to meet new requirements you haven't seen before, or troubleshoot a new and unfamiliar problem. During Step 3, it's time to study, particularly the areas you identified earlier, those you're least familiar with. You want to focus on building your product knowledge and proficiency through planned preparation. Remember that you have access to the course for 60 days after purchase, so you can take it more than once before attempting the exam. Follow these next recommendations for any Atlassian certification exam, whether it's the ACP 600 or one of the 5 professional level exams. You may want to create a Confluence page and address each exam topic individually. Write down everything you know and everything you need to learn more about. Set aside time to study every week by scheduling a recurring calendar block. The amount of time you spend studying depends on your existing level of knowledge and experience. Consistency is important, and expertise with Atlassian products does not come overnight. If you approach the certification process assuming that you can wing it with your existing experience alone, you may be underwhelmed with the result. Consistent practice and study of the topics outlined in each exam guide is really essential to the process. Creating a study schedule and setting aside time each week is strongly recommended. You can also join an Atlassian user group and connect with others studying for the exam, or form a study group of your own, which will help you understand the other roles involved in the product, other use cases, configurations, troubleshooting scenarios, tips, tricks, and best practices. An additional recommended resource to prepare for the ACP 600 exam is the 1-hour free webinar, Top Secrets to Success for Project Administration in Jira Server. It reviews topics that come up most frequently in Jira project administration, such as why a field is not visible on a screen, why roles are better than groups, and the 6 tasks which project administrators can do which regular users cannot. And our final recommendation for Step 3. While the course and its accompanying resources are designed to teach you what you need to know for the exam, we also recommend consulting the product documentation across all the exam topics. Comb through it for information relevant to the exam topics and take notes. Getting hands-on practice with the product is critical for your success and applies universally to all Atlassian exams. So in Step 4, you have to put your knowledge to practice. You'll need to set up a study environment. For the Project Administration in Jira Server exam, download, install, and license Jira Server. If you don't already have access to a learning environment, starter licenses can be purchased for just $10. Do the labs in the bundled Project Administration in Jira Server course. Try all suggested exercises and play around. Use the notes you prepared earlier to create your own practical exercises to try out in the product. Doing this will help you build your knowledge, particularly in areas that you're least familiar with. And note that you should be using an English version of the product without any marketplace apps to prepare for the exam so that you're familiar with the native product functionality. Step 5 is about community engagement. It's key for all the exams. Candidates are expected to regularly consult with Atlassian resources and community to support their teams. This includes the Atlassian Community Platform, Atlassian Jira System for bug reports and feature requests, Atlassian User Groups, and Atlassian Marketplace, though you're not expected to know the details of apps available for Jira, but you do need to know how to evaluate them and how to get support for them. You should be engaging with all of these resources regularly to learn best practices and to improve your administration practices as a result, whether it's for the exam or just for your professional learning. Finally, it's time to register in Step 6, and then relax. Your hard work, study, practice, and collaboration with others will no doubt pay off. Log into the certification portal and schedule the exam. It's proctored online, so you can take it from your home or office. Remember that you must complete the ACP 600 exam within 60 days of purchasing the bundle. Steps to schedule the exam and configure your environment can be found on the exam page. Carefully review confirmation emails and testing day requirements to avoid late change fees. Sit the exam. If you have trouble with that install or can't meet the system requirements, you can take the exam in a testing center instead. Now let's take a look at the 5 professional level certifications. They all share a few things in common. Depending on the certification, you should have between 1 to 3 years of experience after foundational training courses. There is relevant Atlassian University learning path, which you should consult for the relevant training and exam prep resources. When ready, you'll take a 3-hour exam at a testing center. So now let's review each of the 5 and see which one is right for you. Maybe you rock Jira on the power user side. You're a Scrum Master, board administrator, or project lead who understands the software development process and has at least 1 year of experience with Agile project management using Jira software. You've done backlog grooming and sprint planning and configured boards, filters, and workflows to support Agile processes. You can interpret Agile reports to identify and implement performance improvements for an Agile team. If all of this is true of you, then the right certification for you is Atlassian Certified in Agile Development with Jira software. Are you a Jira Service Desk professional instead? If you're a Service Desk administrator with 1 to 2 years of experience configuring queues, SLAs, reports, and a Confluence knowledge base, and you have mastery of all of the configurations needed to support the service team, then your right move is to become an Atlassian Certified Jira Service Desk Administrator. Or maybe your focus is administering the entire of Jira. You can manage Jira server environments for any size of team or an entire enterprise. You have 2 to 3 years of experience and can configure all of the bells and whistles to manage, customize, configure, and troubleshoot Jira from within the Jira user interface. You can keep Jira healthy because you grasp how your choices affect performance, scalability, and day-to-day manageability. You're a guru when it comes to workflows, schemes, and other features available through Jira. If this is true of you, then you're ready to start with the Atlassian Certified Jira Administrator Certification and take the challenging exam known affectionately as ACP 100. Or let's say that Confluence is your game. You're among the talented Confluence administrators who have 2 to 3 years of experience taking care of Confluence server environments for any size team or the entire enterprise. You can also interpret and translate business requirements, but this time to Confluence. You have a grasp of user features and space administration, and all of the application management tools accessible from the Confluence UI. You also understand how your choices affect the performance, scalability, and manageability of Confluence. And you take advantage of Atlassian resources and community to help your teams implement best practices. If all this is true, then the right certification for you is Atlassian Certified Confluence Administrator. Finally, there's one more. If your skill set is no UI and all back-end, for both Jira and Confluence Server, with at least 1 to 2 years of experience with system administration of both products, then you are a system administrator par excellence, or perhaps an Atlassian solution partner. Head straight to the testing center to earn your Atlassian Certified System Administration credential. As you recall, we already covered the 6 steps to project administration certification. The steps to prepare for the 5 Atlassian Certified Professional certifications that we just covered will be similar to what we covered earlier, but we'll review the basics and call out anything special for these 5 exams. By now, you probably know which certification is right for you. Assess the exam topics and gauge how much you already know. Identify areas where you need training and further experience. Step 3 is studying. Focus on your weak areas. Set aside time to study every week and start or join a study group. Make sure to use the Atlassian University training content to your advantage. Discover the assets in Atlassian University's learning paths that are recommended to prepare for your exam by expanding the preparation section and the exam page. Many of these are free. Don't make the mistake of assuming that training alone is sufficient to prepare. Training courses and lab exercises are not a substitute for a year or more of experience and practice. All professional level certifications have a certification prep course designed for those who already have some experience. You'll learn what to expect from the certification exam, get in-depth guidance on how to focus your preparation, and hear technical discussion of the exam topics from people who wrote the exam. The course includes detailed discussion of sample questions. We'll also look at a few at the end of this session. And there are recommended lab challenge exercises that come with 24 hours of consecutive access to your own lab environment. The certification prep courses cost $50 and you have a full year of access. Some certifications have related free skill builder courses mentioned earlier. Skill builders explore a single technical topic in depth and cover best practices, configuration considerations, and troubleshooting strategies. While these are great standalone trainings to help you expand your skill set, if you're planning to get certified, then we recommend using the related skill builder courses together with the certification prep course to fill your knowledge gaps before taking the exam. You can follow the skill builder course with the online skills badge either now or anytime after you get certified. Remember that Atlassian also has free webinars that can help you expand your skills. We already mentioned this one earlier, but there are many other free webinars from Atlassian. For example, the top 5 skills enterprise admins need to know, and the 5 pro tips to get the most out of Confluence. Just like for project administration, we recommend that you study the product documentation carefully across all of the exam topics. And we emphasize again, practice is extremely important in a study environment, without any marketplace apps, to ensure that you're familiar with the native product functionality, and do the labs in the Cert Prep courses. Of course, engage with Atlassian community, user groups, and marketplace. Finally, it's time to register and test. Just like for the ACP 600, you'll start at the certification portal, accessible from the Atlassian Certification website. For these exams, you'll need to go to a testing center. Testing centers are available globally. Extenuating circumstances affecting the availability of testing centers may permit online testing. Carefully review your confirmation emails and testing day requirements. And make sure to cancel or reschedule prior to 72 hours before your exam to avoid late change fees. In this third module, let's glean some wisdom from those who are already Atlassian certified professionals. Their overarching recommendation is not to underestimate the need for thorough and comprehensive preparation, regardless of your level of experience, even if you're that guru like Jesse. Let's recap what to expect so you feel confident and ready for the exam. More specifically, most ACPs recommend that you study the Atlassian product documentation carefully, read the in-depth tips associated with each Confluence article, and pay special attention to aspects of the product you don't encounter regularly. ACPs are unanimous about the importance of having hands-on experience with the products. Practice on the bare products, English version, and get to know how the product works without apps. Learning from others has helped many ACPs succeed on their exams. Start or join a study group. Divide up the work and learn how your counterparts in other companies use the product. You'll gain skills with help from the more experienced people in your group, and also by helping those with less experience. Analyzing Atlassian sample questions in your study group can help you share insights about how best to approach the questions in the exam. Finally, Atlassian Community is that rich resource for information and support. If you're feeling unsure, visit Community for articles about certification. Don't skip the comments section. Along with advice and diverse opinions about Atlassian's exams, you'll find yourself among people who are eager to encourage you and give you tips to succeed so you can join them as an Atlassian certified professional. Atlassian community leader Kat Warner has a number of great community posts, which detail study plans that she herself has followed or created for her team. Kat's 10-week study plans require around 1 to 3 hours a week for 10 weeks, with the exam being able to be sat and hopefully passed in week 11. Others can prepare faster if they invest more time each week. Finally, here are some tips from us at the Atlassian Certification team because we really want you to succeed. All these tips are fundamentally about trusting yourself. Taking an exam is stressful. You probably know more than you feel like you do when you're sitting in front of the computer taking an exam. If a question feels hard, you can mark it to revisit it later, but don't leave points on the table. Answer every question. There are no negative points for wrong answers. Make sure you always provide the number of responses specified in the question. Don't be afraid to guess. If a question asks for 2 responses and you provide only 1, you'll get 0 points. If you're not sure about recognizing the correct answer from among the choices, start by eliminating the incorrect answers. Every incorrect option is incorrect for a reason. If you can pare down your choices by coming at it from that angle, then do it. Finally, read every question carefully. They are not designed to trick you, but the questions are mostly situational, so it's important to know the minor differences between similar concepts and definitions. The right answer may depend on a single word in the question, so don't overlook that word. And differences between the right and wrong answer may hinge on a tiny detail mentioned, so read very carefully. The questions are specific and often nuanced, just like in real life. So in this final module, we want to go through 4 sample questions. That will help you to understand the style and philosophy of the exam, and let you become familiar with the appearance and structure of the questions. Hopefully, you'll get them right and feel confident to get out there and get Atlassian certified. This first sample question comes from the ACP 600 certification exam, Jira Project Administration. Which 2 project permissions are required for a user to view the workflow diagram of an issue? Choose 2. Browse projects. Transition issues. Administer projects. View development tools. View read-only workflow. Set issue security. So think about that for a moment. Ready for the answers? A is correct. A user needs to be able to browse a project in order to be able to see its issues. B is incorrect. This only allows users to transition issues from one status to another. C is incorrect. This gives users the permission to be able to administer a project. D is incorrect because this only enables users to view developer-related information on an issue. But E is the other correct answer. Users with this permission can view a read-only version of the workflow. And F is incorrect because this gives the user the ability to set issue security on an issue. This is an example of an understand and apply cognitive level question. You need to know what are the Jira permissions and what they do and how they work together. Hopefully, you got this one right. Let's move on. The second sample question comes from the Atlassian Certified Jira Administrator exam. Let's read the question first again. A project has 2 security levels with the configurations shown. Some users complain that they are only able to select the default level when creating issues. Why are they not able to select the sensitive security level? Here are your options. They are not in the manager's role. They are not in the user's role. They do not have create issues permission. They do not have set issue security permission. They are not in the manager's group. The project does not have issue level security. So once again, think about that for a moment. Notice that in this case, you need to remember a bunch of things about Jira from different topic areas, and you need to combine that knowledge to analyze and evaluate a troubleshooting scenario. So this is the third cognitive level that we spoke about earlier. Okay, here come the answers. A is incorrect. The manager's role is not listed in either of the security levels. B is incorrect because they can select the default level, so they must be in the user's role already. C is incorrect because they have this permission, otherwise they would not be able to see the Create Issue screen and select the security level. D is incorrect because they already must have this permission, as they can set the security level. E is correct. They are not in the managers group in order to be able to select the sensitive level. And F is incorrect because the user can select the default level, so the project has issue level security enabled. Our third sample question comes from the Atlassian Certified Confluence Administrator exam. In the sales space, the team uses the Page Properties Report macro on the sales homepage to aggregate monthly sales reports. The January sales report is a page named January, which is shown. All other monthly sales pages aggregate to the sales homepage, but January does not. Which option explains why the January sales report is not visible on the sales homepage? January has a view restriction added to it. January is missing the label required by the report. January has an edit restriction added to it. January is not a child of the sales homepage. January uses a different table structure to the other report pages. Let's see the answer and discuss why the others are incorrect. A is incorrect. We have seen from the screenshot of the January sales numbers that the page does not have any restrictions applied. Yep, B is correct. The page does not have any labels applied, as we can see from the screenshot. As a result, content inside the Page Properties macro will not appear on the sales homepage. C is incorrect. From the screenshot, we can see that there are no page restrictions applied. Additionally, if there were, this would render the page uneditable to some users. It would not impact its visibility. D is incorrect because the page does not need to be a child of the sales homepage in order for it to be picked up by the Page Properties report. And E is incorrect because the page's table structure will not impact its ability to be picked up by the Page Properties report page. Notice that the incorrect options are not throwaway answers. Namely, they could be correct answers, but just in different scenarios. That's why we call them distractors. They're possible solutions or possible root causes of problems, but under different circumstances. Therefore, each exam question requires careful reading and consideration. The fourth sample question comes from the Atlassian Certified Jira Service Desk Administrator exam. We won't read through it, but it's important that you see it. Most of the Jira credentials expect some level of JQL knowledge, and these are complex questions with a lot of detail. As we said earlier, just a single character or two can make all the difference. Scan the options to identify how they differ. Use the process of elimination. And if you're still unsure, take your best guess, because there are no negative points for wrong answers. Of course, it's best to take the JQL tutorials and learn JQL quite well. Hopefully, reviewing those few sample questions gave you the confidence that you can do it. Certification with Atlassian University is an important step in your career journey, but it's certainly not the last one. Join us after Summit on April 3rd for a day of career coaching sessions with the tech job experts from Seen by Indeed. These 10-minute sessions will allow you to review your resume, learn about getting past job posts into interviews, or just allow you to ask your most pressing job search questions. Availability is limited, so sign up today at go.atlassian.com/career coaching. If you appreciate the content of this presentation and think it would be great to share with a colleague, coworker, or friend, then please invite them to attend Atlassian University Live on April 17th, where we will represent this content along with live Q&A. You can register now at go.atlassian.com/webinar. Thank you for attending this virtual summit breakout session.